Imagine for a moment that the very exercise you have been told is the gold standard for staying strong is actually the one thing wearing your joints down to the bone. For decades, we have been told that if we want strong legs, we must perform deep squats. Doctors mention it, and trainers recommend it, while fitness magazines repeat it until we all accept it as absolute common sense. But that advice, which is meant to keep you independent, might be quietly putting your knees at extreme risk. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that nearly 1 in 2 adults over the age of 55 show signs of knee degeneration or chronic pain. Biomechanical studies have found that deep squatting can place up to 5 to 7 times your body weight in pressure through your knee joint. If you weigh 180 pounds, your knees could be absorbing 900 to over 1,200 pounds of pressure every single time you go down. I want to help you stop that damage today and show you a better way to move. If you want to protect your freedom and keep your joints feeling young, please hit that subscribe button right now because your health is worth it. Today I am going to share 3 smarter exercises that are far better for your knees than squats and much more useful for your real life in America. Whether you are walking through a busy parking lot at the grocery store or playing with your grandkids in the backyard, these movements will give you the stability you actually need. Most people over 50 do not stop exercising because they are lazy. They stop because they are trying to stay safe, and they do not want to end up in a doctor's office or needing surgery. You might have been told to just walk more or stick to low-impact movements. While walking is good for your heart, it is very predictable. It does not challenge your balance or strengthen the deep stabilizers around your knees and hips. It does not train your nervous system to react when you step off a curb or catch yourself when you trip on a rug. Traditional squats target large muscles, but they miss the ability to slow down movement, and they ignore side-to-side strength. If you are following along with me right now, please comment with the number 1, so I know you are ready to change the way you move. I love seeing who is here, and it helps me know that you are committed to your own independence. The reality is that your body at 60 or 70 is not the same as it was at 30. As we age, our cartilage becomes thinner, and joint lubrication decreases. Our reaction time slows down, and the small muscles that keep us steady begin to weaken. This is not about a lack of effort. It is about the fact that many of us are trying to train with one-size-fits-all advice for a body that has unique needs. Studies in the Lancet Public Health show that falls and loss of mobility are driven more by poor balance and weak stabilizing muscles than by a simple lack of raw strength. This is why we need joint-smart strength. We want to be able to stay in our own homes and drive our own cars and go on vacations without the fear of falling. Let us look at the first movement, which is called the step down with eccentric control. This is not just about going down a step. It is about going down in total control. You may have noticed that your knees feel a bit wobbly when you are going down the stairs at the local library or stepping off a high curb in the city. Descending is often harder and more dangerous than going up because it requires eccentric control. This is the ability of your muscles to lengthen while still holding tension to slow your body down. Most gym exercises only train you to push, but they do not teach you how to resist gravity and stabilize your weight. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that older adults who practice these controlled step-downs improved their joint stability by 47% in just 8 weeks. To perform this exercise, I want you to find a low and sturdy step about 4 to 6 inches high. The bottom stair of your staircase at home is perfect for this. Stand with both feet firmly on the step. I want you to slowly lower one foot down toward the floor. Do not just drop your weight. You should move so slowly that it takes you 3 full seconds to reach the ground. Once your toe touches the floor, lightly press through the foot that stayed on the step to return to the starting position. I want you to repeat this 10 to 12 times for each leg. You should try to do 2 or 3 sets every single day. If you feel unsteady, please place a chair or stand near a countertop so you can use it for support. The goal here is smooth and quiet movement. This is training your brain and your nervous system to react with strength instead of panic when you are out in the world. If you are still with me and finding this helpful, please comment with the number 1 again to let me know you are still watching and learning. It is so important to stay engaged when we are talking about your health and safety. The second exercise is the sit to stand, which is truly the ultimate test of independence. Most people think of getting out of a chair as just a part of daily life, but it is actually a complex movement that involves your entire lower body and core. If you can rise confidently from a chair, you can live confidently. This movement trains your quadriceps and your glutes and your hamstrings and your core all at once. A study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that the sit-to-stand test was the most accurate predictor of fall risk for people over 60. When we stop practicing this movement, we start using our hands to push off or we lean too far forward. Eventually, we start avoiding low couches or deep chairs because we are afraid we cannot get back up. This is how independence slowly slips away through tiny daily hesitations. To do this correctly, I want you to choose a sturdy chair that does not have wheels. Sit near the front edge of the seat with your feet flat on the floor about shoulder width apart. Engage your core muscles as if someone is about to give you a light poke in the stomach. Lean slightly forward from your hips and press firmly through your heels to rise up into a standing position. Pause for a second at the top to make sure your balance is perfect. Then lower yourself back down with extreme control. Do not just plop into the chair. It should take you several seconds to sit back down. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions for 2 or 3 sets. If this feels too difficult, you can place a firm cushion on the seat to make it higher. If it feels too easy, try doing it without using your hands at all, or slow down the sitting phase even more. Every time you stand up on your own, you are telling yourself that you are still in charge of your body. A common mistake I see many people make is rushing through these movements. They think that moving faster means they are getting a better workout, but for us, speed can lead to injury. We want to focus on the quality of the movement. Think about the last time you were at a picnic or a family gathering and you struggled to get up from a low folding chair. That moment of hesitation is what we are trying to eliminate. By practicing the sit to stand, you are building the functional strength that keeps you active in your community and present for your family. You are making sure that you do not have to rely on a walker or another person just to get out of your favorite armchair. If you are following these instructions and feel ready to keep going, please comment with the number 1 right now. I want to see that commitment to staying strong and mobile as we move into our final exercise. The third and final movement is the lateral step up, which provides strength from the side. You might wonder why you need to train stepping sideways if you mostly walk forward. The truth is that falls rarely happen when you are moving in a straight line. They happen when you have to pivot to grab a bag of groceries or when you sidestep a pet that has run under your feet. In those moments, the muscles that matter most are the small stabilizers on the outside of your hip called the gluteus medius. This muscle acts like a steering wheel for your pelvis and a shock absorber for your knees. As we age, this muscle often weakens because walking and biking completely ignore it. When this muscle shuts down, your knees can twist inward and your ankles become wobbly, which is a recipe for a fall. The Harvard Health Letter identified weak lateral hip muscles as a hidden predictor of fall risk, especially when walking on uneven ground like a lawn or a gravel path. To perform a lateral step up, find that same low, sturdy step you used earlier. Stand sideways next to the step with 1 foot near the edge. Step up sideways by pressing through the heel of the leading foot. Bring your other foot up to meet it on the step and pause to find your balance. Then step back down slowly in reverse order. Keep your chest lifted and your eyes looking forward rather than at your feet. Move with control and avoid using momentum to swing yourself up. I want you to perform 10 to 12 repetitions on each leg for 2 to 3 sets. If this feels unfamiliar, that is a good sign because it means you are waking up systems in your body that have been ignored for a long time. The more you train this side-to-side movement, the more grounded and steady you will feel when you are navigating a crowded sidewalk or stepping over a puddle. If you are still here and committed to your health, please comment with the number 1 for the last time. Your participation helps me create more content like this to help our community stay strong. I want to remind you that even 10 minutes of these movements every day can lead to a level of strength that feels like total freedom. You do not need a fancy gym membership or expensive equipment. You just need a chair and a step and a little bit of time. Please remember that this information is for educational purposes, and you should always talk to your doctor or a physical therapist if you have existing joint pain or have had a recent surgery. That is not being fearful, it is being wise about your health. We want to move with patience instead of pressure. Think about your future self, the person who still wants to travel to see the national parks, or play 18 holes of golf, or simply walk through the mall without pain. These 3 exercises are a quiet vote for that future version of you. Control is not lost just because we get older, and strength does not disappear overnight. Confidence is always waiting to be invited back into your life. By choosing these smarter movements over traditional squats, you are protecting your knees and building a foundation of stability that will serve you for years to come. Let us summarize what we have learned today. First, we learned that step-downs build the eccentric control needed for stairs and curbs. Second, we practiced the sit-to-stand, which is the key to daily independence. Third, we mastered the lateral step-up to strengthen the side stabilizers that prevent falls during turns. Each of these movements is backed by science and designed to help you stay mobile and independent. I am so glad you joined me today for this session. Your journey to a stronger and more confident life starts with these small, intentional steps. If you found this script helpful, please share your thoughts below. Tell me your age and where you are watching from, because your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to start their own fitness journey. Keep moving and keep believing in what your body can do. I will see you in the next video as we continue to build a healthier and more active life together. Your future self is going to thank you for the work you did today. Stay strong and stay safe, and remember that you have the power to stay independent for a very long time.